this election to be free and fair. We are not looking for anybody's vote. Time of rigging is coming to an end in this country. Time of rigging is coming to an end in this country. We are coming to an end time. Everybody that rig election, we will rig him. Everybody that rig election, we will rig him. So we cannot continue. Because that's what they do when they put us into trouble. Where nobody can prove Nigerians are suffering every day of hunger, of everything. We cannot continue that way. That's what the Labour Party wants to change. And that change with what we are preaching. Oluwakata is not just our guy, he's our governor.
All right, that's the presidential candidate of the Labour Party in the 2023 presidential election, sending a very strong message across to the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, and politicians in Nigeria. According to Mr. Peter Obi, he's saying the time of rigging is over. No more rigging in Nigeria. If you rig election in Nigeria, you will be rigged. He repeated it twice, and he went on to say the reason why we are suffering in Nigeria today is because of what they did in the last election. By rigging that election, that is the reason why Nigerians are going through the pain of what they did not bargain for. And I really love these strong words from him because he is a victim of rigging. He is someone that have suffered massive rigging in Nigeria. The 2023 general election was one that no one will ever want to experience. After going through the hurdle of working so hard to win an election, the people came out, voted massively for you, only for that election to be rigged against you. This is what no politician want to experience, and Peter Obi is speaking from that same experience. This is a new Peter Obi, and I'm loving this boldness from him, speaking loudly to the electoral umpire and to the politicians who think that they can do whatever thing they want to do and go scot-free with it. Peter Obi is saying, I will no longer tell my supporters to sheathe their sword. I will no longer tell my supporters to hold their peace. If you rig this election, you will be rigged, meaning the people will come for you and they will ensure that you pay for whatever you have done against their will, against their votes. The Edo State election is coming on the 21st of September. It pains my heart that rather than talking on how we are going to ensure that everyone go out and vote peacefully, we are talking about rigging. This is 2024 and Nigerians are still being bothered and still being disturbed about rigging. It's a shame to our collective responsibility in this country. The last time we experienced a peaceful and rigging-free election in this country was in 2011 when Goodluck Ebele Jonathan was the president. Jonathan ensured that the election was peaceful and rigging-free. He won that election. He also ensured that that same process was replicated in 2015, even when he was advised to scrap the process. He wanted the people's wills to prevail. He wanted the people's voices to be heard, even when his own process that he initiated was used against him in the 2015 general election. But Goodluck Ebele Jonathan said that his political ambition is not worth the blood of any Nigerian. And he allowed a peaceful election to occur, and he was voted out in office and APC came to power. Since APC came to power, we have not experienced a peaceful and a rigging-free election anymore in this country. All we have been experiencing is violence, rigging, grab it, snatch it, and running away with it. APC have succeeded in destroying every institution in this country. They've captured the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, and they're even using party members as INEC electoral officers. This is a shame. They've not only stopped at that, they've gone ahead to capture the judiciary. When you rig an election, you go to the judiciary will legalize your illegality. This was the same thing they did in 2023. They stole the will of the people, stole the voice of the people, and they went to the judiciary, and the judiciary legalized their criminality. The last general election, we saw how hard Mr. Peter Obi worked. This man campaigned in every state in the federation. During the primaries, he toured all the 36 states in the federation plus Abuja. During the campaign proper, he campaigned in all the states, even campaigned twice in some states, campaign morning, afternoon, evening. Peter Obi visited victims of flood in flood-affected area. Peter Obi visited IDP camps in the country. Peter Obi held town hall meetings. Peter Obi held all manner of engagement just to ensure that he sell his proposal, he sell his manifestos to the people, and the people love him. People bought his dream for a new Nigeria, and they were willing to vote for him. They came out en masse to vote for Peter Obi, and some of them were disenfranchised from voting for Mr. Peter Obi. Even at that, the people that still came out to vote for him, they ensured that he won that election, and statistics show that he won that election. For instance, let me give you an example. In Rivers State, Peter Obi won the election overwhelmingly, but the governor in Rivers State used his executive power to rig that election against Mr. Peter Obi. Go to the INEC IRF today. Peter Obi won that election in the data that was collected by the same INEC, but that same INEC announced that Tinubu won that election in Rivers State. This is criminality, and the people that committed that fraud, that criminality, they are walking freely. Nyesom Wike has been given a ministerial position as an FCT minister. This is not what we should be encouraging in this country. The people that participated and perpetrated that election fraud in this country, they are busy sharing the national cake. They are busy enjoying the national resources, whereas the people that went out to vote, to cast their vote, are suffering. Look at what is happening in Nigeria today. Everything has gone up. Nigerians are experiencing the most difficult period in our life. Inflation is at all-time high. Hardship is at all-time high. Insecurity has gone worse. The people can hardly feed, yet the politicians are living large. The president that is ruling on a stolen mandate is buying a $150 million presidential jet. He already has a 5 billion naira presidential yacht. 21 billion naira was used to renovate the office of the vice president. 160 million naira was used to purchase SUV for the National Assembly members. All of this, but nothing for Nigerians. Nigerians cannot even afford to buy fuel anymore. The cost of transportation has gone over the roof. Cost of goods in the market has gone over the roof. Nigerians are barely living from hand to mouth. The reason for all this is because we allow people who are not supposed to be in office after stealing the mandate of Nigerians. Enough is enough. This cannot continue to go on. It is high time Nigerians rose up and ensure that people who rig election, people who steal mandate, are given a dose of what criminals should face whenever they involve in criminality. What Peter Obi is saying is that what you experienced in 2023, you will not experience it again, where you rigged the elections and Nigerians folded their hands and watch you go away with it. But this time around, they are not going to watch you go away with it because they've suffered terribly from their decision to stay calm while you rigged their election. And I'm really happy with this newfound Mr. Peter Obi's voice. Mr. Peter Obi has been speaking boldly, and this is coming from the fact that he has taken hold of the new Labour Party. Yes, we have a new Labour Party in place, and Mr. Peter Obi has consolidated his position in the Labour Party. We no longer have any crisis in Labour Party. That crisis is over. INEC has completely and officially rejected Julius Abure-led National Working Committee. Those guys were out to ruin the Labour Party. They were just there to use the Labour Party as an SPV, to use the Labour Party as a money laundering party, to use the Labour Party as a placeholder party. But Mr. Peter Obi did not see the Labour Party as that. Peter Obi wants to make the Labour Party the biggest political party in Nigeria. There is an election going on in Edo State. Go to the APC handle. You will see the APC handle using their handle to campaign for the APC gubernatorial candidate in Edo State. Go to the PDP handle. They are using their handle to campaign for the PDP gubernatorial candidate in Edo State. But go to the Labour Party handle. They are not using that handle to campaign for the Labour Party gubernatorial candidate in Edo State. Not a single tweet from that handle supporting Olumide Akpata. Nothing. All they are concerned about is how they are going to grab power for Julius Abure. And I think it's high time, if you are watching this video, go out there and unfollow that handle. We the obedient, we made that handle popular. We created that handle and made it popular. It is time for us to unfollow that handle, and we will follow the new handle that will be created and announced by the Labour Party. The Labour Party that I'm talking about is a new Labour Party that is being led by Nenadi Usman. She will be in charge of conducting an expansive convention, and this convention will produce the new executive of the Labour Party. And we will definitely use this Labour Party to conduct a 2027 general election It is time for us to go out there and work. Like I've told you all, ensure you participate in the next convention of the Labour Party. Go to your ward level and register in the Labour Party. Participate in this convention that is coming up so you can become an elected official of the Labour Party. It is time for us to reposition the Labour Party as that new Nigerian political party that will advance the cause of Mr. Peter Obi. No more Abure and his cohort. The time is now, and we are not going to allow riggers to jeopardize our future anymore. We are not going to allow riggers to destroy this country. It is time for us as Nigerian youth to take over the affairs of this country. That time is now. But we have to start by going out on the 21st of September 2024 and vote for Olumide Akpata of the Labour Party in Edo State. While voting, ensure you guide your vote, secure your vote. The only way we can change the criminal structure in this country is by ensuring that we put in people that will stop criminality. And the people that will stop criminality is Mr. Peter Obi. Trust me, if Mr. Peter Obi get there, the system will sanitize itself automatically. We will no longer be scared of election rigging in this country. We will no longer be scared of violence in this country. People that engage in criminality, we go for it. This is the kind of Nigeria we want. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video.